Life really just comes down to a series of choices, doesn't it? Every single day we're faced with this fundamental decision, and it shapes our lives in ways we don't even see coming. It's this constant tug of war, right? Between doing what we know is right, the stuff that builds us up and keeps us on track with our purpose, and doing what just feels good in the moment. But here's the scary part. Sometimes the things that feel good are the exact things that can tear down everything we've worked so hard to build. It's a tension we all deal with, and man, there's this ancient story that just nails this idea perfectly. Let's talk about the iconic story of Samson, the real power behind his legend, the thing that made him famous. It doesn't start with his incredible feats of strength. Nope, it starts with a unique gift, a divine purpose that was placed on his life from the very beginning. This guy had a power that just didn't make sense. You couldn't explain it logically. This wasn't something he got from hitting the gym or through years of training. It was a direct, supernatural gift that set him worlds apart from everyone else. And this is so, so important to get. That power was never really his to begin with. Okay, so this is where we have to clear up the number one misconception about Samson. We all know the whole story about his hair, right? But the hair, that was just a symbol. Think of it as an outward sign of a much deeper, inward connection. The real source of his mind-blowing power, it was his covenant, his relationship with God. So you think, with this kind of incredible, God-given strength, Samson would be absolutely unstoppable, and he should have been. But then, a new character walks onto the scene, and she is basically a temptation perfectly designed to go after the very foundation of his power. Her name was Delilah, and let's be crystal clear about her intentions. She wasn't there to admire him, she wasn't there to be his partner. She was a threat, plain and simple. She was on a mission, and that mission was to find the secret to his strength and just tear his destiny apart from the inside out. And this became her constant question, day after day after day. Tell me the secret of your great strength. And at first, Samson just plays along. He treats this super dangerous question like it's some kind of game, lying to her, totally underestimating the threat she posed. He started to play with sin, thinking, I got this, I can control it. And this right here, this shows us his fatal flaw, complacency. He just got comfortable. He saw the fire, he knew it was dangerous, but he genuinely believed he was strong enough to play with it and not get burned. He thought he was the exception to the rule, that somehow the consequences just wouldn't apply to him. But here's a hard truth. It's like a universal law. Temptation always promises you the world, but it never delivers, and it always takes way more than you ever planned on giving. For Samson, that price was about to become devastatingly clear. He just got worn down, her persistence day in and day out, and he finally caved. In a moment of pure weakness, just looking for some comfort, some affection, he told her everything. He revealed the secret to his strength, not realizing he was trading his entire destiny for just one moment of pleasure. So while he slept, she made her move. She did exactly what he told her. The razor came out, his hair was cut, and with it, that outward symbol of his covenant was gone. But more importantly, so much more importantly, that inward connection to the very source of his power, it was severed. Can you just imagine that moment? Really, put yourself there. He wakes up, probably expecting that same supernatural strength he'd always known, but it was gone. Just gone. In an instant, the gift he had totally taken for granted had vanished, and he was left completely vulnerable, just like any other man. And the consequences were immediate, and they were catastrophic. First, he lost his strength, the one thing that defined who he was. Then, his enemies captured him, and they took his sight. And finally, they took his freedom, forcing him into a life of grinding grain, a prisoner. All of it for one careless moment. But that is not where the story ends, not even close. This moment of just total loss, of hitting absolute rock bottom, that wasn't the final chapter. Because here's the thing, even when you feel like everything has been taken away, there is always a path back. So there he is in the darkness, literally blind, but spiritually in the dark too. He has nothing left. And in that moment, Samson did the one thing he still could. He remembered. He remembered the source of his original strength. He turned his heart back to God. And he prayed. It was such a simple, desperate prayer. Nothing arrogant, nothing demanding. Just a humble cry from a broken man asking for one last chance to fulfill his purpose. Just, Lord, give me strength one more time.
And you know what? In this incredible act of grace, God answered him. And this shows us something so profound. It doesn't matter how far you've fallen. It doesn't matter how big you think your mistake was. When you sincerely turn back to him, he's still there and he still listens.
So what does this ancient story have to do with us today? Well, Samson's life is this incredibly powerful metaphor for the choices and the battles that every single one of us faces. This is the big takeaway right here. Don't make the trade. Please don't exchange your incredible long-term destiny for a quick moment of pleasure. Don't trade your divine calling for a little bit of temporary comfort. The price is just, it's always too high. See, every one of us has our own hair. It's a metaphor, right? It stands for that unique gift God has placed inside you. It's your strength, your focus, your integrity, your purpose. And the world, well, it's going to constantly try to figure out its secret so it can cut it. Your job is to protect it. And hey, if you're hearing this and you feel like you've already failed, like your strength is gone, listen to me. The path back is simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. 1, rise again, right from where you fell. 2, pray again, reconnecting with that source. And 3, believe again. Believe that your story is not over. And here's the final, most hopeful truth of all. The very same God, the same source of power that Samson had, it is available to you right now, today. That exact same grace, that same power to restore you, it's ready to meet you right where you are. So I'll leave you with a question to really think about. Take a good look at your own life, your gifts, your purpose. What is that strength you have been given? And more importantly, what are you going to do starting today to protect it?